when they beat Fremantle in round 13, 12-19, but still had plenty in hand at the SCG.
After the Dockers led by a point at three-quarter time on, the kick in sloppy. Another chance here for Sydney. O'Keefe lays a clever tackle. He's over the ball, he's been pinned. Very, very good tackle from O'Keefe.
Well, they've missed the target at least 4 times in the early stages of this quarter, so they haven't settled at all well, the Fremantle Dockers, but at the same time, nobody's kicked a goal. Sydney have had opportunities, missed a couple they should have got through Kirk and Malcheski. This is a must.
He's converting at 57% this year. Ryan O'Keefe, 27 goals, 20 from 45. Sydney get there first. Throw in. Oh, Sandlin's got rid of his opponent, decided not to kick. Handballs from the goal square to Carr, who's run down. Great tackling again by the Swans. Kirk to McVeigh and short to Roberts-Thompson as the Swans run it out of defence. This is Buchanan. Sidestep Pavlich. Now Aidan Buchanan on the left. Kicks in the direction of O'Loughlin, who gets there. Scintillating stuff from the Swans out of defence, and they keep on running. O'Loughlin bangs it long. Hall sets inside.
Terrific call for this. He did set himself. He led to the pocket, realised the kick wasn't a great one from O'Loughlin. It sat up. He doubled back and he just threw himself into the pack. Let it come down on his chest.
Geez, I'm nervous for all Fremantle supporters at the moment, because when Barry Hall is sitting on players' heads, you've got Buchanan running off half back. They're just dominating all over the ground at the moment. It makes you nervous for the rest of the game.
Barry Hall. He's got 72 for the season. He makes no mistake, and the Swans have got the jump on the Dockers.
For Sydney, usually hits his target.
And Goods provides the lead, and the kick is good. And Goods. Oh! Tried to switch back. It wasn't a great kick. In the end, Leo Barry's there. He's tackled by Farmer. It's holding the ball. Oh, it's a bad mistake from the Swans, and Jeff Farmer will have a ping at goals from only about 35 metres out.
Well, that's just outstanding play by Jeff Farmer. He's been enormous for Fremantle in the second half of the year. Seemed a bit of a red-hot decision, although no, correct decision. He didn't dispose of it correctly. Farmer's just come into the game. He nearly kicked the goal before to lay a tackle and get a holding the ball against Leo Barry. This is what they need. They need something special from the Wizard. And Pavlich has started okay as well.
Goals only once in his last 25 games, and that was against Sydney in round 13.
Not as quick or slick as he used to be, Leo Barry.
He's got it.
Docker down on the wing.
Yeah, it's Luke McFarlane. He has not moved since that last contest.
And the ball is on the end of O'Loughlin. The Swans press. Hall sits it up. Who's he got? He's got Davis. And he's got Bolton. Jude. And he drops it. And the Swans have their third.
Terrible news for Fremantle with a stretcher coming out. Luke McFarlane.
Great courage by McFarlane. He just back into the play, and a huge loss if he's going off the ground, as it looks like on a stretcher. He looked like he had Michael O'Loughlin covered, and
if he puts this through, it puts them right back into the contest. He's taking responsibility for it. To give his team a big lift. It was a big mark.
Oh,
and he's got a result. Crowley has taken it from the outside and try and intimidate him from coming out. But he can, and he does, and he goes, and the Dockers have their second. That's why he's such an important player and a valuable player to your team, because whoever comes his way, you know he can handle it. Very few can do that.
Quick kick by Headland to the 50. Bolton muscled his way to the front. Got a clip behind the ear from far. Umpire let it go. The Wiz kicks it to the tip of the goal square. It might bounce through. Ooh. It's a free kick to the Dockers.
Pavlich.
Was that a point? Too high. It was inside the square, so straight out in front.
Oh, Loud out in front. And Loud Barry gives away another free kick.
Straight out in front.
And the Dockers are going to get to within 4 points.
well, you got to go back and pat Jeff Farmer on the back after this goal, and I hope his teammates do, because the Wizard, it was a one-on-one contest. He made the play, got the ball inside 50, and Pad finishes it off. Goods. He's had 6 disposals, but not really clear and effective possession just yet.
Sandilands a big swipe this time. Schneider on his wrong foot, kicked well, and O'Loughlin is on the end of it.
We put up showed that the Swans had sharked 27% of his hit out, so they read the play pretty well, the Sydney midfielders.
So O'Loughlin for his first of the night. He's done it. He's just squeezed it home. Sydney by 10 points. Crowley running for the hand pass. Oh, he just needed a bounce. Had he got it, he had an open goal in front of him. And the Swans don't give you second chances. They are the masters. And they're away. Ablett, that's a good kick under pressure. O'Loughlin. Sydney build a goal. Sold the dummy beautifully. In fact, it had you wondering who's got the football. Now Hall. This is a good move. O'Keefe is coming one way and Jude Bolton out. What about the kick to Jude Bolton? Troy Cook in the air always struggles. Jude Bolton to become the first multiple goal kicker of the night. He does, and Sydney lead by 16 points. 7 minutes of actual time in this second term.
And the short kick finds Matthew Carr.
Got 2 metres,
Carr switches back into the corridor again to Johnson. Now it's a good kick to Webster. But they're working their way forward slowly. Webster pumps it long. Pavlich is the target. He's got to beat a couple. And he does! Oh, well done, Matthew Pavlich. Oh, he is rising to the occasion, boys.
He is, and Roberts Thompson looks lost when the ball's put in the air. You can see him there, and really, he had plenty of time to get a running jump at that, and just wasn't good enough to get off the ground and belt the ball or hit an arm.
8 disposals, 6 marks, and he's lining up for goal number 2. Only 24 years of age, already a 4-time All-Australian. Shouldn't miss from here. And he makes no mistake. 10 points of difference. That's good. Can't get there.
Poor kick.
And they've got an extra man here, the Dockers, and they'll get out of trouble. There's Josh Carr, throws it on the boot. Richards got clean bowl. And here's Pavlich.
They were lucky there. It was a poor kick from Carr. Chance for Bell. Not a noted goal kicker. In a tight spot. How will it bounce? I reckon it's gone all the way. It has. The skipper kicks a big one for the Dockers.
Oh, well done, Peter Bell. That's just captain material all over. He's had a quiet night. Ben Matthews has done a great job of him. That's only his 5th disposal, Tim. Just summed it up. Kicked the ball deliberately around the corner, and that is just an enormous goal in a big final for your captain to kick after he's had a quiet night.
Fantastic goal and well set up by Matthew Pavlich again, who's keeping the Dockers in this game.
Hannah Christie, the report on Matthew Carr.
There's the big fella. Sandilands coming from the goal square where he's been playing to come up and do a bit of ruck work.
Barry Hall, 11 disposals, 8 marks, 6 inside 50s. Kirk fed it out to Fosdyke. He throws it on the boot. There's Hall again. It's too far out though to score. Into the pocket, O'Loughlin. Can he weave some magic? He can. O'Keefe, legs. We'll go on and kick a goal anyway. Well, Barry Hall is dominating this game. I know he's not in an area where it's hurting them on the scoreboard as far as ball kicking goals, Rob, but he's dominating against Parker. Well, should they make a change?
Well, McFarlane was the player that we all thought would play on Barry Hall, because with the Dockers having that red-hot streak of good form, it was McFarlane who was playing at centre-half back. I agree with you. I reckon it's time that McFarlane took on responsibility and played on the Swans' best forward. Chief clearing. Hall is there again. It is mark number 9.
Swans lead by 11. Barry Hall loves. Telstra Stadium averages 3.5 goals and 10 marks on this ground. Kirk, good, clever handball to O'Loughlin, to Goods, who can run all the way. He has a bounce, and he makes sure of it. Another goal to Sydney.
The drop mark by McFarlane has been so costly. Here it is. And Kirk, quick hands, quick brain to set it up with a slashing handball to put the to advantage.
Just wanted to see that stick for Luke McFarlane because it was the same bit of play. He got poleaxed in the first quarter, went off the ground, he backed courageously into the pack. Just love to have seen that one stick for him because that is a really big moment in this game. Goal the other way. This is Jeff Farmer's open hand slap.
Yeah. He's got the benefit of the doubt there. That was an open
Tomorrow
hand.
night, isn't it?
Yes, Melbourne Storm play tomorrow night.
And that's why for those games they like to have it fairly lush, the grass. Big win to Sydney here. Kirk, Paul has run out, and that's mark number 10, and that is goal number 2, and the Swans have made the decisive break. Well, Luke, 17 disposals, or 15 disposals to Barry Hall, and we've probably seen him out-muscle Parker half a dozen times. I reckon it's time McFarlane was given the job.
No doubt, Walls. He's physically a much better match, isn't he?
The umpiring again.
Yeah, the umpiring very well. 15 minutes since a Dockers score.
Sandilands. Third man up was Richards. Slapped it straight to Bell. Bell has kicked the goal. Oh, big goal for the Dockers on half-time. Bell's got his second.
Great bit of play again by the captain. He's kicked 2 really important goals in this second quarter. You don't get much time to score around a stoppage when you play the Sydney Swans, because look at the numbers around there. He took that so cleanly, put it straight on his boot, because if you take one more second, you get tackled and you never score.
And I reckon Ted
Did he do the right thing, Rob?
Ted Richards all the time. Kirk to Goods, and a perfect pass to Buchanan. Hall starts to go. McFarlane trying to go with him and made the spoil, but got him on the arm.
At least he was right with him, McFarlane. He looked as though he was going to go step for step. Yeah, free kick was there.
Oh, loose in the pocket. Oh, there's the man again, O'Keefe.
Well,
he's the most versatile player in the comp. 29 goals for the season, converting at just over 50%. And the perfect start to the third quarter for Sydney.
O'Loughlin here. So's the placement. Parker. Johnson has Peake there for him. He doesn't have much. Parker again. It's not really happening cohesively, but they've done okay. Peake from a long way. They desperately need a goal, and they get it. They get it from Brett Peake.
Outstanding football, Brett Peake. It's exactly what you like to come to watch the Dockers play for. This sort of play, hard running. He's been a much improved player for them, Brett Peake. Against Sydney, you really just need to do this. You've got to take a risk. You've got to run, play on. You have to almost kick extraordinary goals against this side because you don't get too many easy ones.
Yeah, it just had the 8 disposals. Not so much his fault. Whoever he plays on, Schneider or Buchanan, just keeps him away from the action. Loose ball seized upon by Fosdyke. To Jude Bolton. To Kennelly, who for the first time tonight unleashes one of his famous runs. McVeigh, and this is where the Swans are dangerous. The kick not great. That was a precarious moment for Parker, who needed to control the ball. O'Loughlin sold the dummy and delivers to Hall. Can't mark this, but he's got plenty of time to run in and deliver the blow. His third.
That never say die attitude, hey?
Let's just have a look at the effort by Buchanan here. The Sydney player to trap the ball. Traps it. And just enables the ball to be kept alive and freed up. And again, unselfish football by Sydney forwards to set each other up. To enable O'Loughlin to come in and pick it up and set up Barry Hall. Fantastic team play.
Oh, well done by Longmuir. Pinched it out of the ruck, put it inside 50. Pavlich got it. Wheels onto the right. Matthew Pavlich with the quick reply. Sensational stuff from the Dockers. That's the goal of the night.
Oh, that's one of the goals of the year for mine. Justin Longmuir, well done. You're going to win this game. Have a crack at it. Take the ball out of the ruck. Get it forward. If Matthew Pavlich gets space and time, he is one of the better one-on-one players going around the competition. He just turned Leo inside out, got a bit of space, and he's a superstar, Matthew Pavlich.
I tell you what, he's going to be as happy as a can of worms going fishing.
He'll be nice and angry, Barry Hall, with that one. Dockers will not lie down, and that's good brave stuff from Talking into 50.
50 metres, we're contesting the ball, that's 50 metres. He bumped it. He didn't go ball at all. All he had to do was try and steal the ball. He never did that. He bumped it.
In slow motion, there's a bit of a delay, but from with the naked eye, it just looked like one of those things.
Yeah, it's a bit of a 50-50 because, as he said, the umpire was saying he didn't go the ball. Well, the ball was just sitting over the top of Cook's head, so probably technically a correct decision, but big price to pay.
This will make it 10 points the difference. Cook from point blank range kicks the goal.
To go with him. A lot of good opponents just run with him. Now Sydney on the counter. Goods for Hall and O'Loughlin. Might have been better off in Hall's hands. Can he get the distance? You would doubt it from outside 50. The goal is not well guarded. He unloads. He's done it well. He's done it. A cushion for the Swans. He gave the ball off from about 40 earlier in the night, yes. On this occasion, from outside 50 with no one back, he grabbed the moment. And there's not much he can't do. Can't peak. Needed a bit of pace and guile there. Back to Parker. Goes for Sandilands. My word. He's not just a ruckman, he is an outstanding player. Dockers are a chance again, and Peters, who said as matches go on, the big men don't get any shorter. Sandilands certainly not. Bell has kicked two, he has kicked another, and the Dockers keep on coming.
Who is not a bad kick of the footy.
Yeah, he's a thumping long kick of the footy, and he gives himself a nice run up. You can see he's gone back a long way. Tough call. That is a tough call. What was Dodd to do? Not take possession.
O'Keefe kicks to the tip of the goal square. It's a free kick.
Hold him there. You held him by the arm. You had your eyes off the
going
ball.
Sydney's way.
Your eyes weren't on the footy. No, but you were grabbing him first. You're trying to push off you. So you held on to him first. I've got to pay it. Your eyes weren't on the ball.
Let's have a look at McFarlane on Hall.
So Barry Hall has the free kick. What do you think, Rob?
I think he's lucky. It seemed to me like there was holding by both players on each other.
He's only 15 metres out. Hall for his fourth. Again, he gives Sydney a little bit of breathing space. At this stage, Sydney 58 interchanges. The Dockers only 34.
Sandilands takes it clear for Crowley. Difficult shot. Brilliant kick. Magnificent goal by Ryan Crowley. And the Dockers are still hanging around.
Well, we keep pumping up the big fella because he's just enormous, Aaron Sandilands. And have a look at this again. Just got his hand to it, knocked the ball forward inside 50. The finish by Crowley was just sensational, but the big 7-foot giant, he's a big factor in the game, and that helps out the on-balls when you knock the ball forward, gives them a big chance.
Good contribution from umpire McBurney there too, who did a double somersault with twists. It's good hands from McManus. The 50 is open. They've moved it quickly. Cook. Goods made the spoil well, had the extra height, and the Swans have the extra number. Dempster. And now it's Sydney's turn. Nick Davis in space. The crowd roaring at Telstra Stadium. O'Loughlin loose. He can line them up. They're so dangerous. You take risks against them, and they make you pay like nobody else. O'Loughlin has 2. It's his second of the quarter. It's the Swans by 14 points late in the third term. Crucial moment. Still important seconds left here in the third quarter. Oh, Davis had it. He got a high tackle.
He's run hot, Nick Davis. The last 8 or 10 minutes, he's been in everything. And you know what? He's likely to put it through and Sydney win the quarter when Fremantle have dominated the clearances, the inside forward 50s, and it just goes to show what a great team Sydney is. And it's interesting to see this fellow with the footy. He shed 4 or 5 kilos while he was banished, and he's come back fitter and harder than he's ever been.
It's his first of the night on the 3-quarter time siren. It's the Swans' 6th of the quarter. And in a quarter in which it looked as though their hold on the lead and the match was seriously threatened, they come out of it with a 20-point lead.
And Sandilands sprinting down to be part of this boundary throw-in.
Jolly worked his way to the front. Pinched by Pavlich. And the Dockers get the first. Oh! That is the one they needed. And Matthew Pavlich has not disappointed. His 4th for the game. Little spin and kicks the goal. It's 14 points of difference.
He's a complete player, Matthew Pavlich, isn't he? He's just got the ability to take contested marks. Not many centre forwards can do that around a stoppage as well.
No, he's the full package. He's Matthew Pavlich.
I still think in this situation with Sandilands dominant, they've got to take some risk. Maybe hit one out of over the back, try and go back through the corridor. They can't play safe and win this game. Got to take a chance here.
It's the 3rd biggest crowd at this stadium, more than 61,000. That is for an AFL match. Here's Hall.
That was brilliant play by Goods. He got the quick handball.
So Hall lines up for his 5th. He and Pavlich dueling goals at either end of the ground. And the big bad Bustler's done it again.
I'll tell you what, it's a very good question.
Crowley with Josh Carr running for him. Needs clean hands. Needed a good bounce too and didn't get it. And Buchanan twists away for the Swans. And this is a good sign. Their tails are up. They're running and delivering the ball precisely. O'Loughlin, could this be the killer? I reckon it might be. It might be. They're on their way. Another grand final beckons for the Bloods. That was class personified.
Just a touch of magic, wasn't it, from Mickey O'Loughlin? Buchanan's an absolute beauty. They've just got so many different types of players, and each one in their own way can burn you. And O'Loughlin, there wasn't, look at the ball bounced in front of him. Not an easy bit of play, but look at that. Just didn't even look at the goals, and he's too good.
He is too good. He just knew that he couldn't reach the footy, so he just propped
hoped his opponent would overrun it, which he did, and there's a nice little leg break there, straight into the goal umpires nodded. Doesn't matter, it's a Sydney goal, and I love the sprint work of
5 goals unanswered against this incredibly efficient, disciplined Sydney outfit. Johnson long, Sandilands is there. He's needed to hang on. He's done everything else. Murphy has popped it through, and Fremantle are still having a dip.
Still hope for the Dockers. We're not even at the halfway mark of the last quarter, and they keep on coming. It's back to 20.
Someone's got to get in there and help Peter Bell. The little captain, he's had 7 disposals in this last quarter.
Doyle inside 50, and Hall takes the mark.
They do it every time.
Barry Hall, 5 goals straight. Make it 6. The Swans lead by 26. They have got all the answers.
Yeah, they have quarters, and well done Stephen Doyle. He came into the centre square bounce. We have this bit of play, got his hand on it, bounced back in his lap, and he's got the ball inside 50. He will be a big factor next week for the Swans. Jason Ball did that role magnificently. He can come on and do that, provide an option for him. He's a big player for them in the grand final.
Disposals tonight, been with the Dockers since year 1.
Sydney by 27. This is Webster. Swans get it back. O'Loughlin to Roberts-Thompson. Kicks to the tip of the goal square. In fact, it drops a bit short. And Dempster was the man playing in front. And he's rewarded.
Well, Michael O'Loughlin set it up, and he continues to run to the interchange to have another spout, and they've interchanged their players repeatedly tonight. They always do, Sydney. They share the workload over the 22 players. Good play there by Roberts-Thompson to keep it alive. And he just continues down the boundary line, does Michael O'Loughlin, and says, I'll have a little breather.
Dempster has put Sydney into the grand final.
Tonight, 18 goals, 10 of them have come in the second half, and there's a bit of time left yet. The Swans are set for another grand final, and here they go again. Ablett, scything delivery. Good's not able to hang on. Ablett arrives for another contest. Hall, well done to Matthews. Clever little kick, and O'Keefe will line up for another.
To a predictable spot, and Sydney take advantage.
The lead is 33. Ryan O'Keefe kicks his 4th goal. It is 39 points Sydney's way. There have been times during this 2000.
Webster kicks to the 50. Picked up by Cook. Smothered. Shammer. Over to Crowley. Back to Cook. And his snap is good. Goal of the Dockers.
One thing they've been able to do over the past 2 years, they don't make too many changes. You look at this side that will go into a grand final, there's only about 3 or 4 guys that went out there last year, which is pretty incredible one year to the other.
Well done by Schneider to Kirk, and the Swans will defend their premiership next Saturday at the MCG.